Welcome to Yin Yoga Lifestyle. I am your host, Colette Darville. Cultivating our body's resilience and inner silence and its application to all aspects of your life. Let's become enlightened and enjoy the power of intuitiveness and creativity. You are listening to Society Bites Radio, social interaction for the mind and soul. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. I am your host, Colette Darville, and this is Yin Yoga Lifestyle. So now let us take a deep meditative breath. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. As the new head of the Yoga EXPO, ARIANNE TRAVERSO at bizyogi.co brings over a decade of international yoga teaching to the Yoga EXPO. She is the creator of Busy Yogi, an online platform for creative, wildly passionate entrepreneurs. Ari infuses her love for yoga and business to bring her heart and soul into your Yoga EXPO experience. This is the 6th year for the Yoga EXPO, and this year's 2021 Yoga EXPO will be running March 13th and 14th. It is a 2-day virtual event that brings together the yoga community and offers a wide array of 50-minute classes from beginners to advanced yogis, kids, and anyone in between. Tickets are only $35, and you can enroll and you can roll out your mat as many times as you want. The Yoga EXPO is packed with fantastic local and national teachers, and the marketplace offers yoga, apparel, accessories, and other yoga brands and organizations that will help you stay happy and healthy. Welcome back to Yin Yoga Lifestyle, Ari.
Thank you so much, Colette. It's always so lovely to speak with you.
And likewise. Ari, did I get your BizYogi, is it .co, correct?
It is .co, yes.
Perfect. And you are heading up the expo this year. Now, you're a seasoned yoga instructor and owner of a successful yoga studio in Miami. You're the author. You're also an author and also the founder of Busy Yoga, yogi.co, where you offer training programs to entrepreneurs. What was your inspiration to become involved in the Yoga Expo? You're busy enough as it is.
Well, it was actually like a perfect blessing. I became the owner in 2017 when I was actually transitioning out of being a studio owner. I loved owning a studio, but it wasn't the creative outlet for me. So we decided to close the studio, and I had already started a part-time business coaching, business branded marketing coaching. And then this opportunity came up, and I said, man, I've been a teacher at the show because I had already been participating as a lead instructor of the show. So it just came like a blessing. So I took it without knowing how to run big shows. I had run events and retreats and teacher trainings, for years, but I had never run an exposition where you have to, have vendors sell tickets to not just, 30 people to fill a retreat or a training, but to 1,000, 2,000. And actually in 2020, the show had the most people it's ever had. We had 3,000 participants.
How can going to a yoga event help us, no matter what our skill level is?
Well, luckily, we have teachers for all levels. So we have beginners yoga. For example, we have a class so specific called Beginners Yoga for Women over 45.
Great. That's great.
We also have meditation classes and sound bowl and mindset. So we have something for everyone, from a lecture that you can sit and learn about Ayurveda, and to a class all about Ashtanga and arm balances. So it really caters to each specific practitioner at their level. So people, prenatal, we even have, so if you're pregnant, like come on by and you can do a sound bowl, meditation and a prenatal class and be fully content with that experience.
How has the Yoga Expo changed and grown since the inception of the first expo 6 years ago?
Well, we've adopted new ways for people to stay connected. So, for example, we have a community network on a platform called Mighty Networks. So people can stay connected with the teachers and each other. The first show had close to 1,000, and like I said, up to 3,000. We've had 3 national locations in 2020. We had LA, Florida, and I believe Portland. So the show's definitely had a national exposure, a lot more press. We were featured in ABC. We've been featured in local news.
Because of this year and the pandemic and what people have had to shift their lives to another way of being, and as everything is virtual this year, can you explain the platform and what people can look forward to for this year's Yoga Expo?
Absolutely. So the platform that we're using really caters to the connection aspect. So after every single class, we have a quote-unquote speed dating, a one-on-one connection time, where you can press a button and connect live to another participant. You can connect live to your teacher, and we're going to give about 2 minutes of connect, chat, and grow time, as we call it. Mm-hmm. So for 2 minutes each round, we'll have about 10 to 15 minutes after every class where you can literally just go and say, hey, I'm Mary and I live in New Jersey. And then somebody from Germany, because I have some teachers from, be like, hey, I'm Maria from Mary and Maria.
They can have the same name.
Yeah, I live in Munich. Nice to meet you. What's your favorite yoga style? So we're going to really encourage people to do that. And like I said, we have that other platform so people stay connected. And we also have our sponsors who are also vendors. We're going to be there live teaching from their booths. Like we have some essential oil companies, some, like I said, Ayurveda. So there'll be more opportunities to connect with local, small businesses so that we support them. Like you said, we're in a pandemic and a lot of businesses have been affected. So I'm really smaller businesses to thrive and have a wider audience.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. What are some of the advantages of a virtual yoga expo? Because some people will say, oh, it's virtual, I don't know if I want to go, but there are advantages to it, aren't there?
Absolutely. I mean, people from Japan buy tickets, and I wouldn't have been able to do that before. Yes, I've had people travel to the show. I had a couple women from Brazil come last year, but now I have literally a global audience. One of my teachers, one of our sponsors, Janie Larmore, she lives in Australia. So now 2 hours to get to the show. She can be there and offer her amazing classes It is a blessing that we have this outlet right now. Talk to me 10 years ago, and we would have been like, oh, there goes the show. There goes our, opportunity for teachers to connect with students. But now it was like, hey, there's a problem, reinvent and solve it. And let's keep moving forward. So hopefully people will enjoy this. I mean, I've been teaching in summits and being a speaker in, virtual shows all the time, and it's awesome. Like, it really is such a great way to open up and connect with people.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? I mean, it's, we were very, even, during this year, we were all very disappointed that we couldn't go to our yoga classes or couldn't meet or go to the conferences but now you're right. We're seeing in classes people from the West Coast joining us and on the East Coast and from different countries. So it really has created this sort of world earth village, hasn't it? This worldwide village.
Totally.
for us, right? And
Yeah.
next month's Yoga Expo features many great instructors from across the country, who will be and worldwide, who will be offering a variation of different yoga techniques. You'll also have some great vendors who are part of the Expo marketplace. Can you talk a bit more about this?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We have companies that have, started this year. We have companies that have been active for the last few years. So it's such a wide variety, from wellness companies that sell amazing anti-inflammatory products and educate about them, microgreens, so teaching about healthy eating, fashion, like ethical fashion. We have amazing women who are also teachers, but are also educators, oils and lifestyle habits. One of my favorites is this company that has apparel, but it's made of bamboo. So even like organic, like mouth, like a whitening and toothpaste, like everything organic, clean. So really cool opportunities to connect with even some of the teachers that are teaching our sponsors. So you can, and they're going to be offering like free yoga classes, free subscriptions to online platforms. Like really, the reason that Expo was created was to give teachers a voice. Because I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, the only yoga conferences were Yoga Journal. And you had the big shot names, right? It was like Sean Korn and maybe Elena Brower, to name a few, Rodney E. And to go to the show, it was like $500.
Right.
But now the Yoga Expo kind of undid that, and we give teachers who are amazing. Like I said, I have a teacher, Ellen, 20 plus years, Rosa, 20 plus years, teaching, who, aren't quote unquote famous, but have so much value and knowledge under their belts.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is really important, because unless, unless you're willing to sort of, make the time to go to these conferences, you kind of will miss out on having these amazing teachers and learning from them. And even teachers going to teachers' other classes, as teachers, we learn from other teachers. And so, it's always important, we're always students and we're always learning, and I think that the great thing about a conference is that it really is a total classroom for a couple of days, and when you learn, you feel so much more empowered, don't you?
Yes, and that's something that I stress so much, especially if you're a new teacher. Like, go take a master class from Janine or Ellen or Victoria. Like, if you're a seasoned teacher, go take my Business of Yoga class and grow your business. If you're a participant, go learn something that will leave a lasting impact on your heart and soul. So there's really no negative.
No, there isn't.
It's only benefits. No, and even from you, like, you've been teaching forever, and you have such a beautiful offering, and I'm so honored that you're joining us. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a, like I said, like all massive gratitude that teachers say yes to teach. Yeah. And when you buy tickets from, for you guys who are listening, when you buy them from some of the teachers that are teaching, you're actually supporting them as well, because we do a revenue share.
Yeah,
so this is really a way to support everyone.
That is a real community support idea. And for the listeners, you're not just supporting a conference, you're supporting a lot of people through your ticket sales. And and Ari and her team have been working tirelessly to put this together, because they believe in it. And so I'd like to ask you, how do people purchase tickets and get more information about the Yoga Expo?
Yeah, please. The URL is theyogaexpo.co. I love these COs.